back to Creative Tuesdays with Liz. I'm very excited today as we come together and create our work for St. Patrick's Day. I'm just very, very excited. I love St. Patrick's Day. I just love to see all the green. I love the Irish history. I just love it all. I get very, very excited when it's time for St. Patrick's Day. So today we will be making a origami shamrock and we'll be making a leprechaun. So for your origami shamrock, you're going to need 3 pieces of square paper. For each shamrock, you'll need 3 pieces of square paper. It can be any size square. It can be a 4-inch square, a 7-inch square, whatever size you want it to be. And you can use origami paper, you can use regular printer paper, you can even decorate your paper, your squares if you do that. So I just used a green piece of printer paper and I colored on it and decorated one side so that you'll be able to clearly see that there is a front and a back to how you're going to fold and the instructions of making the shamrock. So we will go ahead and get started with our shamrock. So the first thing that you are going to do is you're going to take it from the top to the bottom. You'll fold it and crease it. And my creases are already made, so I've kind of already did that, but then I was like, well, we're gonna do a whole one together. So then you'll fold it from side to side and you'll crease that into place. So and then you'll open it back up. And when you have this, you're just going to have a square piece of paper with like a T crease lines in the middle. Okay, now you are going to flip your paper over face down. And by the way, I'm going to do this upside down for you so that you can see it the correct way that it's supposed to look when you're doing it. So you'll flip your paper over face down. You are going to take the top flap and you're going to bring it down to meet at that center line crease. And you are going to crease that down in place. So now you kind of have this piece right here. We're going to turn it back over again so that you see the front of your paper. We are going to take the left side for you, and we're going to fold it over to meet at this middle crease line. And we're going to crease that down into place. Then you'll do the same thing with your right side. You will fold that over and crease that down and keep it into place. And you'll kind of have this piece that if you've ever made a paper airplane, you kind of get to the point that you have a piece kind of like this. So then we are going to flip it back over. And you will now just see like a tiny triangle that's the front of your paper and the rest of it will be the back. You're going to take the very top, the tip here, and we're going to bring it down to meet the very bottom of the paper. So fold that over in place and crease it. All right, we're going to flip our paper again. So now we are going to turn our paper back over. And these little flaps right here, we're going to kind of open it and we're going to push it down so that we form kind of like, it looks like a little arrow pointing to the middle. And you're going to do the same thing with the other flap. Make like a little arrow pointing to the middle. All right. Then you're going to take these top little corners and we're going to fold those over to meet in the middle. Like you're just going to kind of fold this piece over and you'll crease that down. And you'll do the same thing with your right side. We will fold that over and crease it into place. This is the front of your paper. So if you can see that your heart, well, each leaf is shaped like a heart. So your heart kind of has a pointy tip on it. If you don't want it to have a pointy tip, then you can just take the top little piece and we'll fold it down so that it looks more flat across the top, kind of more like a natural heart instead of a pointy, like kitty cat ears or something. So you will have this. Now we're going to turn it over, and we're going to take these sides and we are going to fold those over to meet at that middle crease line. There we go. So this is your leaf. Now, I was going to make a St. Patrick's Day card out of my shamrock. So once you get all three of your leaves made for your shamrock, and if you need to pause the video at any point in time and then come back and rewatch it, feel free to do that. So you're going to glue your first piece down in place where you have these little flaps open. And the pieces that are going on the side, we don't want to have this hanging out. So we're just going to take that's going to be across the open bottom and just fold it under like I did right here. That's all I did, was just take it and fold it under so that you don't see that when I glue it down. Now, how you can put this together, see as it kind of creates these flaps right here, we'll put glue if you want to glue it down. So we'll put glue on the back of it so you can glue this down into place. And then you're going to take this point right here and we're going to put it under this little flap right here that the middle one makes. And you will press that down really good. And there is your shamrock. You could also make a 4-leaf clover. You would just have to make an extra one, and you could have a 4-leaf clover. So I know that's kind of more lucky to find a 4-leaf clover. But actually it's the shamrock that is the symbol of Ireland. So it is what St. Patrick used to tell the people about God. And he used the Holy Trinity and used each of the shamrock leaves to tell the people in Ireland about it. I would go into the whole story of telling you the whole background and everything that happened with St. Patrick, but I encourage you to look that up. It's very interesting, and we just don't have the time right now for me to go through the whole story for you, but it is very interesting and it's exciting to kind of know. And if you wanted to draw a stem down for your shamrock, have a little stem coming down from it, and you could write a happy St. Patrick's Day. And you can have a card for somebody. St. Patrick's Day. So there we go. We made a card with our Origami Shamrock, or you can make whatever you want to with your shamrock. So I think this super cool. It's really neat. Something just kind of different. But so now we will get ready to make our leprechaun. And you will need the head template that was provided. If you want to make a man leprechaun, you can use the beard template. Or if you want to make a lady leprechaun, you can use the hair. And anything extra that you might like. I decided I wanted to put a hat and a bow tie on my leprechaun, so I cut out a little hat and a bow tie. But you will color and decorate your leprechaun face. And I know that when you see the shape of the head, the template that I provided for you, you're going to think that does not look like any kind of head to any kind of human. But I know there's a flap up here, and that's what we're going to use to put glue on so that we can put the hat on if you wanted to put a hat on him. So you can color and decorate your leprechaun. You can cut out pieces for his face or her face and glue them on, or you can draw it on. So I drew a mouth and a nose, and I'm going to glue on some eyes that I made and cut out. So I'll have those on here. And you can use any color to make your hair or your beard. I mean, it can be absolutely any color. It can be another shade of green. It can be orange, yellow, brown, black, whatever color you want it to be. I like to do the orange just because those are the Ireland's colors, the green, white, and orange. So I kind of like that a lot. So you are going to take if you use the template, you can cut it, trace it, and on whatever color. When you get that cut out, we will glue that down into place. And see, it's going to kind of hang over the back so that you will have plenty of room to put the glue and get it pressed down without it falling off. So you might want to put glue on your face, on the face to glue on the beard, because like I said, some of the beard will be hanging off and over, and if you end up putting the glue on your beard, then you're going to have glue on the back side, and whatever you're working on, your beard's going to stick to it and everything. So it might be easier to put glue around the edge of the leprechaun's face to glue the shamrock on. Oh, not the shamrock, the beard. We just got finished making a shamrock. So we'll glue that down into place. And then his hat, if you wanted to give him a hat. And like I said, that's what this little flap is up here for. Just something to put glue on so that you can glue down a hat, or if you had hair or anything else to put on it. So we'll lay that down. So here is a man leprechaun with his beard and a hat. And you can cut out any other little pieces. Like here's a belt and a little buckle I'm going to glue on for his hat. So let's see, I will cut that off just so it won't hang over. And I'll glue the little belt down in place. And then I will glue the buckle down on top of that. And I cut a little necktie out to glue on my leprechaun. So he'll have a necktie. If you had a girl, you might could cut some hair bows and put on her hair. So there's his bow tie. And I even cut a little tiny shamrock that I'm going to stick like it's coming. He's got it stuck in his hat there. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue and stick just the little edge of the shamrock, the little stem for it, like it's coming out of his hat. I'm also going to give my leprechaun some freckles. So let me I'll get my marker here. I'll use some dark green freckles. It might not show up too well. But yeah, I'm going to give him a little bit of freckles. The Irish say a face without freckles is like a night sky without stars. So that's something I always say to my daughter, that she's got freckles and everything. So you've got your leprechaun here. You've got him all decorated. You can glue him down on a piece of paper if you want to. You can make a rainbow on it, a pot of gold. You can put streamers hanging down from it. So, there is no end to what you can do with your leprechaun. Please do take a picture of your leprechaun or your origami shamrock and post it and tag us, the Lancaster County Council of the Arts, in it so that we can see each other's artwork, and that's just always fun to do. And I look forward next week as we come together and create some peace sign art. So I'll have a template provided for you for the peace sign that you can have cut out. And you can use anything to decorate it. Coloring utensils, you'll need scissors, glue. If you want to put glitter on it, this has got some scrapbook paper pieces on it that were cut and glued on. Glitter, pom-pom balls, just anything else that you want to add to it. And some colored construction paper if you want to kind of mount it up. You could do a few of them and stack them underneath each other. So that's pretty neat. But I look forward as we come together and create our peace sign art next week. I'll see you then. Thanks.